Hey, Austin.
Hey, Trey.
How you doing?
I could be better, man.
Why could you be better?
I don't know. I bought these tickets to a local show or concert, and they were just so expensive.
I know. Yeah.
If only there was some way to remedy my situation.
Well, Austin, I'm happy to tell you there is. You know, Austin, I feel that you can relate to this, but buying tickets online for sports and concerts has been a confusing process for a long time.
You're telling me.
And, it's always been so hard to find the best deal for that gamer show that you want to go to, and none of the older ticket sites want to help you out. They're just jerks. Jerks.
You're telling me.
But you know what? SeatGeek is different, man. They've
Who?
changed.
What's different?
SeatGeek is different. They've changed the game, okay? They've created an amazing app and website to make it easier for you and all the fans in the world to buy tickets for that sporting event or concert that you want to see.
Oh, yeah? Elaborate.
Well, SeatGeek, it's the first place I go when I want to get a ticket.
Should have been the first place I went.
They got this website. They do all the price comparisons for you by searching multiple ticket sites and ensuring that you get the best possible deal. SeatGeek does all the work, and you save time and money.
Well, looks like next time I'll visit SeatGeek.
Best of all, listeners to Super GamesCast 64 get a $20 rebate off their first SeatGeek purchase.
No way.
You download SeatGeek, go to the settings tab, and click add a promo code and enter the promo code SUPER. You'll get $20 after you've made your first ticket purchase.
And what's that promo code?
SUPER.
Okay.
For our Super GamesCast 64 podcast network.
Well, looks like I'm going to be a SeatGeek P1.
Ha! Happy day!
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Nolan North, and I've already stopped listening to Super GameCast 64. You should too.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Super GamesCast 64.
Oh!
Bow, 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 bow. That was a kind of a
That's a sexy
at the end.
one.
Yeah, that was weird.
There you go.
Bow, 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 bow. How are you doing today, Austin?
I'm not so great, man.
Why? Why aren't you great?
Well, I bought these concert tickets to a local show or concert, and they were too expensive.
They were?
Yeah.
Well, guess what, Austin?
What's that?
There's a website. We're not doing it. We already did that. Why are we doing this again?
It's just the only time I get to bond with you.
I know. You don't talk to me after the show or before the show.
I wish I did.
Yeah, I know. I wish I did too.
Adam won't let me.
I know he won't. He gave you a mandate not to talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I wish I could go on a mandate with you.
Yeah, I always ask and you never want to go on the mandates.
I know.
You're always busy
I got stuff
with
to do.
stuff.
Let's see. Mondays, Dungeons and Dragons. Tuesday, Improv Jam.
Well, why can't I join
sometimes.
you on Improv and Dungeons and Dragons?
You can come Tuesdays to Improv.
Why can't I come for
Wednesday,
Dungeons and
I got-
Dragons?
Because it's very exclusive.
Who is it? Who's
elite
doing
club.
it?
Some guy named Chance.
Chance?
Yeah,
Like the
He
rapper?
lives in Plano. So you'd have to drive all the way
That's where I
from
am.
Plano.
I'm really feeling left out.
Well, this is a thing that's been going on for a long time. It precedes Trey.
Really?
Yes.
Nothing precedes me.
Wednesday.
I just assume that any person I meet has no, they've never met anyone
You're
in their
doing
life.
it again. Stop Zeke Heiling every episode.
Zeke Heiling. I'm
Trey
not
tries to
doing that.
motion to the future or people or something and ends up just Zeke Heiling
That's not true at all.
while he plays that song from American History X. Look it up. We won't repeat it here. Wednesday,
we
I
have a
this
lot of
garbage.
multicultural listeners.
Name 7.
Ginsburg,
Okay.
because with the name like Ginsburg,
Okay.
I don't think you're. I think you might be multicultural.
Stereotypical assumption. I'll give you half credit for that. Name 6
Ginsburg,
and a half.
tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I deeply apologize. So, Austin, it's been a very boring week for video games, right? Am I right?
Actually, you couldn't be more wrong, Trey.
Oh!
This week was the Super Bowl of games. I like to call it E3. Do you know what that stands for?
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Correct you are, my friend. Now tell our uneducated listeners what? Well, not uneducated. What's the word I'm looking for?
Stupid. Just
Yeah,
dumb.
our stupid listeners,
Dummies.
what E3 is.
E3 Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Use a metaphor. Use an allegory.
It's the show of the year. That's a metaphor.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
It's the biggest. Well, it's one of the biggest trade shows of the year for the video game industry.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, but I think it's waning down a little bit just because there are so many other events for other companies, and they can kind of release stuff throughout the year.
Name 7.
I think it's still a big deal. Well, Destiny just had their big reveal, and you have Gamescom, and you have PSX, and you have PAX and whatnot. So, and then you have Paris Game Show and all that, and Nintendo has their Direct. So it's not becoming what it was, but it's still a pretty big event. Like, it's still, the biggest.
It's basically where all the major game companies, they kind of save their huge announcements and reveals and demos for this event, where all the companies come together in California, right?
Yeah, in Los Angeles at the LA Convention Center.
Yep, and they all convene in the convention center, and
you have all your favorite media people from GameSpot and IGN.
Al Roker.
And Al Roker's there, and you have the people from Rooster Teeth, and you have Rocco from Mega 64 doing crazy shenanigans, and you have Kinda Funny and all those other crazy people.
And the companies are there just to kind of...
Screw Attack. Well, I guess it's Game Attack now.
Kind of relate with the fans, to show them what we got coming the next year. Basically, it's the Super Bowl of games, of game media.
Stop calling it the Super Bowl.
Okay, it's the Pro Bowl of
Sure, let's
games.
do that. It's the Pro Bowl.
Cool.
I think it's just a stupid thing to say, oh, it's my Super Bowl. The Oscars are my Super Bowl.
What's the Trey Super Bowl every year?
I don't know. The Super Bowl's the Super Bowl.
Mine is the vernal equinox.
Okay.
I like spring a lot, so I get excited when spring rolls around.
Springtime
for whom, Trey? Or what?
And a country.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. So the E3 started this year on a
Sunday?
Saturday.
I think it was Sunday, right?
Because EA did theirs on like Saturday.
Oh, right.
So EA had their press conference on Saturday, and then Sunday it was Microsoft and Bethesda. Bethesda was at night, and then Monday it was
Sony?
It was Ubisoft and Sony.
Yeah, can we get a proper pronunciation on
I think
that?
it's Ubisoft.
Because they're Swedish, right? Or they're like...
No, they're French.
That's right.
They're the dirty French.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then Monday morning was Nintendo.
Tuesday morning.
And now what's going on now is you can watch all week. There are dozens of different media outlets doing different, interviews and shows and opinions and having people on. It's kind of overwhelming. There's just so much stuff now out there as far as internet content. It's kind of hard to kind of absorb all of it. So, yeah.
But don't forget.
So you're going to be getting, there's still news coming down. You have interviews and people talking about the games they showed. And so, like, even today, there was stuff I was writing down, like news coming out of just, different, a lot more information on the stuff we saw at the press conferences. And stuff we didn't see at the press conferences.
Right, like Stardew Valley. We got no Stardew Valley.
Yeah, no Stardew Valley.
Shit.
So what I want to do with this podcast, Austin, is kind of go over each conference.
Okay.
And then we can kind of talk about each conference. And then I want to go over our predictions, because we did do predictions.
Yeah.
And we're going to see who won. We're going to see who lost. And we're going to figure out what we're going to...
Between the two of us?
Yeah, between the two of us.
Because I think we should also decide who won E3. Who won?
You know who won E3, Austin?
Who's the winner?
It was the gamer.
Yeah,
the gamer
consumer.
won E3.
Who is
the consumer won E3. Marketing departments won E3, Austin.
Capitalism
won this year.
again.
It won this year.
This is a communist podcast, by the way.
Yeah,
we hate you guys know.
We hate consumerism. That's why we hate E3. Because it's about consumerism.
Yeah, this is trying to take down the system from the inside.
Have you played anything, though? Anything?
As of late?
Yeah.
Yeah, been playing Minecraft. Played Mario Kart with Mike Soroy today.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a little time while we were waiting for something. He beat me. Some bitch beat me.
How'd he beat you?
I fell off Rainbow Road while we listened to the Rainbow Road song.
Where you go.
Yeah.
When you
I died.
Yeah.
There was Princess Peach, Mario, and the Toad.
Okay.
which that's the only place I've ever heard him referred to as the Toad.
Yeah, same here.
I've been playing those. Pokemon Go has an event going on right now, so I've been searching for pokes, which I'm going to do right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I bought Overwatch a couple days ago, and I've been playing that.
What are you playing on?
Xbox One. Why are you giving me that?
I got PC. I thought maybe we could play
I should have gotten PC. But I don't want to be cooped up at my desk in my room, just hunched over like some sort of bat.
Yeah, you want to be hunched over your TV instead.
Yeah, I want to be on my couch eating some popcorn.
Yeah.
And putting my feet up.
And then just, whoa, that was loud.
There's a Magmar.
Then just having Kirk just gleam over you while you play. Just stare at you.
Come in and choose more pornography to put on your wall.
He needs to stop that.
Yeah, he's been putting so much pornography on your wall.
He has.
Timeline, I guess is what they call it now.
I guess it's timeline.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed Overwatch. The few rounds I've played. The reason I didn't play it before, I thought it was like because there's so many characters and guns and stuff, and it's like I thought it was going to be very hard to get into, very convoluted, a big learning curve. And my friends Kirk and Zach with a Q have been playing it quite a bit, and I've been watching. It's totally like kind of casual.
It is kind of casual.
You just hop in, you play a 5-minute round, and you hop back out, and you can be one of 9 sexy babes or one of 11 sexy dudes,
or a gorilla.
Yeah, or the gorilla, or various robots.
Yeah, Rubits, as they call them.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I'm excited to go home and play some more, and then jerk off. And do you play it? Do you have it on PC?
I have it on PC. I've only played a few rounds though.
Yeah,
it's fun though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, maybe one day if it's cross-compatible, we can play.
It's a good little community.
Yeah,
it's a good little community.
It's fun. I play as Mercy.
Okay.
Almost exclusively. I like helping out, you know?
Sure.
I don't want to do any shooting.
You don't like the shooting?
No, I just want to help out.
Shooting in the Putin?
Yeah. There's a gorilla in it.
There is a gorilla in it, and a cowboy and a Rubit.
Yeah.
And there are babes in there.
A lot of babes.
A lot of babes.
Yeah.
A lot of babes. So let's go over this in order.
Whoa. What have you been playing?
I haven't really been playing anything.
Okay, well, let's go
I was
over...
in Mexico last weekend. Actually, no, it's a lie. I played some Zelda on the phone.
On the phone?
I mean, on the Switch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit of the Switch, some Zelda on the Switch, some Mario Kart on the Switch on the airplane like it was meant to be played.
There you go. Did you play Skyrim on the Switch like the guy in the commercial?
No, I didn't get to play that, buddy. I did not play any Skyrim on the Switch.
Sorry.
But I did play Zelda on the Switch on an airplane, and I felt like I was in a commercial.
Cool. Well, next week, let's go over your little Mexico trip.
Yeah, I already went over that for the Filmscast. I'm
okay, well, we'll just replay the segment then.
We'll replay the segment. It was a good segment. Adam was very engaging, and, he's just a great broadcaster, Adam is.
What? Sorry, I was spinning.
Let's go over this. So I guess we'll do this in order. So we'll first talk about the EA conference. Now, you didn't watch any of these conferences, right?
I watched the Nintendo ones in full, and I watched most of the Sony and Xbox ones. But third party... Oh, no, I watched a good deal of the Bethesda one, but third party you can just read about. I don't need to see Ubisoft god-awful.
So we had EA. They first talked about Madden 18. And they had a whole bunch of bros and Tom Brady shirts coming out.
Sports ball, am I right? Sports
ball, man. Sports ball. They had a whole bunch of dudes in Tom Brady jerseys coming out and playing on bongos. And
was Tom Brady one of them? Playing on bongos?
Yeah, they're like playing a drum solo. And it turns out there's going to be a story mode in this new Madden 18.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Which I guess that's what FIFA has been doing in 2K. NBA 2K has been doing. Story mode.
That's kind of like, what was the story NFL game from a while ago where you could, like, go to clubs and beat up prostitutes and stuff?
I don't remember that one.
Was it The League?
Maybe. I don't remember that.
I think it was called NFL The League, and it was like, you were like a street tough, and you could join the league and stuff, and I don't know.
Sounds like a game that won't be made anymore.
No, I think they just made it for, like, 1 year. I think it was, like, 2008.
Okay. That sounds about right, 2008. Then Battlefield 1, they showed... some Battlefield 1 DLC. It's, I think, going to be in Russia. Okay.
Wait, Battlefield 1 DLC?
Yeah, you remember Battlefield 1? The
World
War 1 game?
1.
So it's going to be like in Russia, the whole Russian front
Blitz the League
And
is what it was called.
Blitz the League.
Blitz the League, where you had like a story thing, and you were a fucking punk.
So they had this whole kind of showcase about like competitive gaming scene. They're trying to do esports with their
Okay.
And it's sort of a theme throughout all the conferences.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get into the competitive gaming scene.
It's the new VR.
I don't know. I talked to Tim about it though, and
Is he pissed off?
Competitive gaming has been around forever.
Yeah.
But it just seems like all these companies are trying to...
They're seeing money in it now,
Yeah.
basically.
And I mean, he was saying, and I don't want to mix his words because this may just be what I thought, but he's saying like, it's gonna, it won't go away because it's a big deal, but it's gonna eventually, be only a few select big games are gonna be like esports. Because I think they're just trying to make a lot of these things esports, a lot of these things more popular than they are. But I mean, Madden has always been an esport as far as people play it competitively.
Right.
But it just seemed like, man, every single one of these games being introduced had some kind of
They're trying to shoehorn
co-op
it in.
or
Yeah.
multiplayer thing.
Mario Odyssey is apparently going to be multiplayer.
Really? I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear? Oh yeah,
No.
that was announced today that there's going to be a multiplayer aspect to it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. They did their whole FIFA presentation. I guess that's a really incredibly popular game because they spent a lot of time on FIFA.
Yeah, it's huge. I don't get it. Like, I'm not against soccer, but I don't watch it or anything. But it's everyone I know plays FIFA all day, and I don't get it.
I think Jake plays it too. I think that's
Yeah?
the only game he plays is some FIFA on the PS4 because he got a PS4 for PlayStation TV.
Man, he loves hopping on that trend surfboard.
You know,
and just
Jake.
riding the wave.
Jake is he's the voice of a generation.
I don't know. I love Jake. But Adam and I talk about Jake quite a bit.
Now, no, we are on the Blowout Podcast Network right now.
Jake is the oldest person on that show.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
He doesn't know how to use anything, and all his opinions are old man opinions. Like, even Bob and Dan are more out there than Jake. Jake had the same thing that happened to my friend Nathan. Nathan was like the raddest dude ever. Like, skipping class every day, smoking all day long, like skateboarding and shit. You know, the typical punk, basically. And come college, he started to kind of swing the other way, and he swung so hard the other way. He goes to bed at 9:15 now. He listens exclusively to country music. He got himself a dog. He wears camo hats and is just kind of sits on the couch and will watch Law and Order and then go to bed at 9:15. That's like when the pendulum swings, it swings real hard.
Sure.
And I think Jake is he doesn't even know how to use Snapchat. What's so hard about Snapchat?
No, I mean, I consider Jake a good friend of mine, and lucky to be on his podcast network.
Well, can you tell him next time you see him?
Hey, tell him he's not that great. Just next time you see him, tell him.
Can we get Jake in here and do a Snapchat lesson?
Hey, I would love to get Jake on this podcast.
Me too.
And talk about video games and what he kind of thinks about the whole scene. And I think it would be interesting on both sides. I think it'd be interesting to learn what he thinks. Because the thing with Jake is he's an incredibly intelligent guy.
Yeah.
And he's someone where I feel like I get mad at things he says because I look up to him so much.
I respect him a lot, and so when he says enraging stuff, I get enraged. Unlike when I don't know, Fahey says something.
Or Sean.
Yeah.
Well, Fahey's probably listening right now. So, hey, Fahey, how you doing over there?
No,
in
different
the
Fahey.
station.
Kevin Fahey. And it's like...
Or like when Sean says something. If he says something about, I'm like, I really don't care. I like Sean a lot, but I don't take his opinion for that. Like in like pop culture stuff, no. But yeah, I think it just when you hear someone that you really respect say something, it kind of irks you a bit. But I mean, it doesn't bother me.
And I respect Fahey. I think.
Yeah, I like Fahey too. I like Fahey a whole lot. He's a really nice guy.
He's a cool guy.
Everyone's a nice person when you're
Everyone
talking.
up here is just great.
Everyone's great. Everyone's peachy.
But Jake just needs to learn how to use Snapchat.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll learn how to use Snapchat. So where were we even? I guess
E3?
FIFA. You were talking about FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA. Get out of here,
I guess
FIFA.
they talked about Need for Speed, which just looks like a Fast and the Furious game. Well, they just make a Fast and the Furious game.
Yeah.
Like, it looked just like Fast and the Furious.
Remember Burnout?
Yeah,
Can we get another
Paradise.
Burnout game?
Mm-hmm.
That was the best. The Crash thing.
I'm all for, like, arcadey racing games. I don't like the Forza and all those where it's...
super realistic.
Yeah, I that's the same with me in sports games. It's just give me something arcadey, give me something fun.
NFL Blitz. I don't know why they took that away.
Well,
You catch on
because
fire.
of the concussions and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
NFL mandate.
Ooh, there's that mandate again.
Mm-hmm. And so finally something interesting happened. The EA Originals, the guy who did Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Did you ever play that?
No.
He came out and was like, hey, we got a new game, bros, and it's some co-op game about a prison break. And and it's called A Way Out. And you play, you have to play, you can play online, but it's also couch co-op. And that's probably, he says that's the best way to play it.
That's cool.
And you play as one of these two guys, and it's simultaneous. So it's split screen. It's only co-op. It is split screen. And I mean, it's a single player, you know what I mean? Like single player co-op. Like it's a story, but it's co-op. Mm-hmm. And you are getting, depending on who you play, you're getting different cutscenes. You have to do certain things. You have to work together. And it's sort of you're kind of playing as two different characters. And it's really neat. And all the action is split screen. You have to play it that way.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so it looked really neat. It looked actually, in a weird way, it looked very Uncharted-y because just how... just sort of the settings and how like you would jump off a cliff and you have to grab the other guy, stuff like that. That's how it kind of looked that way. But it looked really cool. Like that's a game I'd maybe like to get someone over and play. You know, I know you don't want to come over and play it, so maybe someone else.
Yeah, I'll see if any of my real friends want to come over.
Yeah, real friends.
Have a lot of fun.
I know, real friends will have fun with that.
You know, that's a genre of I don't know genre. That's a format of games that
hasn't really been done
really
though.
Cool.
Like that.
Yeah, it hasn't really been done. The like escape.
Yeah,
I guess Far Cry is a little bit of that, but like the
prison break kind of thing.
Yeah, you're stuck in somewhere, and the goal is to get out. I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah,
there.
that could be good.
Hit me after the show. We'll develop a game.
Okay, we'll do that. Then Anthem. That's the BioWare new IP.
That's the Superman game. You can play as Robot Superman.
It looked cool, but again, that was one that they're like it's co-op.
Yeah,
it's a co-op game, and so. I mean, am I going to get a story, or am I just going to have to play with a friend?
I mean, you can play Halo co-op and had a great story.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with story or co-op. Doesn't mean there's not going to be a story.
I don't know. I guess, and maybe if I actually had friends to play with, I would think differently. I just don't play a lot of co-op games. My schedule's effed up.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of time to meet with people and do it. It just doesn't. I guess if I actually had, like, friends I could play with, it would be different, but I just don't.
Well, next time you want to play a co-op game, call me, and I will see if I know anyone who wants to play.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. And, I mean, it looks amazing. It looked really good.
That kind of stole
and it looked fun.
That was kind of the highlight of that segment of
E3. And I guess, actually, EA only showed a little bit of it.
Yeah.
The whole reveal was in the Microsoft press conference, so maybe we could talk about that more.
That kind of stole the show at the Xbox.
Yeah, it definitely did. And then they showed Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. There's a story mode now. All the DLC is free.
Cool.
There will be characters from all three eras. They promise space battles.
Watto?
Maybe. Possibly. Annie! Annie! It's so good to your mother, Annie! So that is EA, the EA press conference.
Please visit reddit.com/r/Watto fans. That's a sub I run.
Yeah. Go like, comment, subscribe to that.
Yeah, smash that like button.
Smash it. This podcast is going to be long, by the way.
Yeah,
we're already 26 minutes in. Shut the fuck up. We're already 26 minutes in. And so next conference was, let's just do the third party first, and we can go to the first party. That'll make more sense. Let's do, what do you want to do, Bethesda or Ubisoft?
Let's get Ubisoft out of the way.
Okay. So the first thing they announced was Mario vs. Rabbids game, the Mario and Rabbids game. What do they call it again? I don't have the name. Tactical something or another. It looked like XCOM, and they had Shigeru Miyamoto come out with a big old tank hand, and it was actually a bullet bill hand. It was like a gun though. And
when your expectations for something are so low,
the
only place to go is impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't look that bad. It didn't look horrible.
It doesn't necessarily look like a game I'll buy, but
yeah,
it looks
if
all
someone
right.
slapped it in front of me, I'd be like, yeah, I'll play this.
Sure.
This is fun. I hate rabbits. Rabbits are like the minions of video games to me. But
yeah, they look insufferable.
yeah, insufferable, Trey. But
I said insufferable.
Not you said unsufferable.
I said insufferable.
Play back the tape. We'll go back and look at the tape. I think it didn't look that bad.
No, I didn't think it looked bad either.
Yeah, not gonna get it, but
I mean, I hope it does well. I hope their partnership does well.
Yeah.
Because, Ubisoft is always doing stuff for them.
mm-hmm. They're like the little fish that's on the underfin of the shark that's always kind of feeding on there.
Yeah.
That's Ubisoft.
Did you see when Miyamoto came out, the little tagline under his name, like they'll say producer or director, was a creative fellow. Creative fellow.
Is this a real?
It was a real thing. He's a creative fellow.
It's 2017, I guess.
He's a creative fellow. Then they showed Assassin's Creed Egypt.
Okay.
What
Is
do
that
you
one of
think?
the little mini stories?
No, it's a new Assassin's Creed game.
Well, what about Assassin's Creed Origins?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's called Origins.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
Assassin's Creed Origins
I
set in
remember
Egypt. Set in Egypt. I think the setting's real cool. I think the trailer was real cool. I think, the hippos versus the lions were real cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but
It's Assassin's Creed.
yeah, and there's so many of these open world, stealth, tactile, survival, action, which I like those games, but there's just I gotta pick the ones I want to play. Like Horizon, I really like that game, but it kind of falls into that whole, open world tactile, not tactile, but open world action, stealth combat kind of game.
I feel you.
Yeah. But, I mean, it looked neat. It looked really cool. It's in Egypt, and, Egypt's a cool setting that hasn't really been done that much.
So is it like the beginnings of the whole...
The Assassins,
okay,
yeah. It's the origin story of the Assassins.
Oh, is that why they call it that?
Yeah, that's why they call it that.
Oh!
Have you played Black Flag?
I thought it looked cool. And then I thought back to me trying to play through Assassin's Creed 3, and I was just like, I'm not spending $60 on...
I hear Black Flag is really different, and it's really fun.
Yeah?
And I kind of want to buy it because I was so put off by that Skull and Bones they show, which we'll get to in a bit, that I want to just buy Black Flag.
It looks cool.
Yeah, single-player kind of pirate game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, I hear Syndicate wasn't bad. It was just... people were sick of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, like, release things like Syndicate every couple of years, make them great, and we won't be tired of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope it does well, hope any harm on any kind of game.
Yeah.
So, it looked all right. And I just don't know if I'm going to buy that or not. There's so many things coming out, and are already things that I have to play. That's the thing about E3, too, and I was talking to Tim about this, and Tim's not on the podcast. I guess
he was supposed to.
Busy. He was supposed to.
He's married now.
He's married, and a douchebag. But I was talking to Tim about this, and I'm just like, man, I look at all these games, and I'm just thinking, when the hell am I ever going to play any of these? When am I going to have the time with, like, the backlog I already have? And
Make the time.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's just like, good God. There's just all these games. Am I going to even play any of these?
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to say what games I'm excited for because who knows if I'll play them.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to give you the P1, the information you need. You, the fan.
The super fan cast.
The Crew 2, another racing game, was shown. Did you ever play The Crew? It looked cool.
No, I never did.
Never played it either, but just another racing game. And I guess you can, like, travel throughout the United States. And they showed too much of that in the press. Oh, speaking of EA, I guess I didn't write this down. But when they showed... was it EA or was it Ubisoft that did the car thing? My God, I think it was EA when they showed some game. What studio was it? No, I'm sorry, it was Microsoft who did that. We'll get to Microsoft in a bit because my yeah. It was for Forza Motorsport. When they revealed the car, that was so bad. But anyway, well, back to Ubisoft. I thought that was Ubisoft. That was not them. So yeah, The Crew 2. They kind of went too long on talking about The Crew, I thought. Then they talked about South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Looks great. Going to come out October 17th. Let's see if it makes
Finally.
that date. Yeah. Well, the release date was revealed earlier, but let's see if that makes that date. Then here's an interesting one. Transference, I think it was called.
I thought you were going to say Transformers, the last night, the video game.
Elijah Wood comes on the TV, and I knew he was doing something with Ubisoft, and he didn't come on the TV. But Elijah Woods, he was up there on the TVs, and he was pimping a new VR game, and it looked really weird. It wasn't necessarily I don't know exactly what it is, but it looked like something out of Black Mirror.
Okay.
It looked just weird.
All right.
And I'm really curious what it is, but it was Elijah Wood, and it was a lot of like, your consciousness into something else, and it was interesting.
Is it like Psychonauts?
Give it a watch. No. It was more of a tone piece than a trailer for an actual game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really weird looking thing though, but I think it was called Transference or something, and it's Elijah Woods. Elijah Woods was there pimping it.
Good.
And it was a really cool trailer. Then Skull and Bones was, announced. And I was cool with that game until it seemed like I don't mind if it's like this open thing where you can play and other people are in your world. What I didn't like was it just seemed like you were stuck to the ship.
Yeah.
It seemed like you were connected to the ship and you can't really get off the ship, and you're just you're having to play it like it's a match on a ship. It didn't look like you could, I guess I could get, if it was like a pirate MMORPG, sort of like Sea of Thieves, that seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when it's just, you're on a ship, you're given certain tasks, and you have to do, that seemed kind of boring.
Yeah. It seemed like a piece of Sea of Thieves made into a full game.
Sure.
Which I'm really excited about, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Pretty cool. You need friends to play it, though.
You do need friends, which I don't have. It's going to be a seasonal kind of game, and there's single and multiplayer, it said. And then there's like a Kraken at the end. It's supposed to come out fall 2018, so it's a long way away. A long way away. Then they had some Just Dance stuff. Just Dance, And then they had a South Park mobile game.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, they had some Toys to Life game called Starlink, fall 2018. They had like new expansion stuff for Steep. And then they had Far Cry 5. Trailer looks cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me of BioShock Infinite in a way, with the whole choir with kind of the violence.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, though, tonally it's weird, because then they showed like this gameplay trailer, and it just seemed kind of tonally off, because they have this kind of cinematic of this church, and they're singing Amazing Grace, and the guy has a big gun, and there's an American flag in the back. There's like people getting butchered, and it looked very tonally serious. And then you have boom, 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 boom playing, where you're just shooting people and running people over with tractors, and just goofy ass,
You don't want to run over a guy with a tractor?
I do, but I just think it's tonally off, I think that's what the problem is with.
It wasn't as tongue-in-cheek as past Far Cry's.
No, not at all. It's trying to be very
seemed a little
serious.
Self-righteous.
It just seems they're doing a very serious story, but it's, the gameplay is just bonkers, and it's kind of off.
I hate that word so much.
Bonkers?
Yes.
Well, you know what word I hate?
What? I'm waiting.
I don't know.
That's what I thought.
I do hate the word influencer. I saw like there was a Jeff Gersman who works for Giant Bomb. He tweeted this picture out, and it was like influencers check in here, and it's like, good God. Because I need an influencer to tell me what I like.
Yeah. Why don't you become an influencer?
When we become famous YouTubers one day.
Tubers.
Or streamers or influencers. And then the big one the big trailer at the end is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
Did you see that trailer?
No, but I've been reading about Beyond Good and Evil 2 for many a year.
Yeah.
And I know people are real excited. Been waiting a long time. The first one was really good. This one takes place before the first game. So we'll see how it is. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've never played Beyond Good and Evil, and so I really have no connection to it. But I know it's
same
one of
here.
those games that are kind of in the Last Guardian, Shenmue 3, Half-Life 3 kind of discussion of when are these games going to be made kind of thing. So So yeah, I mean, it looked good. It looked really weird, which is good, and it kind of Fifth Element kind of vibe to it. It looked interesting. I mean, you should watch the trailer.
Okay.
In there. So yeah, that's cool if it ever comes out. It seems like it's not going to come out for a while.
Yeah, but they basically said that to let you know, like, hey, this is still happening.
We're doing it. So Bethesda's press conference.
Oh God.
So the Bethesda Land thing, I thought. Well, they first came out with this trailer with a little video with all the developers and their kids, which I thought was pretty cute. I think Bethesda. I think Bethesda kind of knows. I like their company a lot. I think they care about their employees, and they're kind of a family there. They're like a family.
Now, I couldn't watch the Bethesda conference because I was driving home.
Okay.
But Kirk was in the car, and he was dictating to me what was happening as we were watching it. And he was getting very emotional about certain points, so my view of the Bethesda conference is probably going to be a little biased.
So here's the cool thing about Bethesda is their last 3 conferences have been about things that are coming out that year, and they've stuck with that.
Yeah.
Which I think is admirable because a lot of companies don't do that. Look at Beyond Good and Evil 2. Look at Sony. Look at Nintendo. Look at Microsoft. All those conferences do that same thing. But Bethesda's doing, hey, this is coming out this year, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And so that's admirable. So I wasn't expecting a new Elder Scrolls. I wasn't expecting anything that wasn't going to come out this year unless they had some kind of surprise.
Yeah.
I know Elder Scrolls is far, far, far off.
Yeah, I saw an interview, one of the producers, he did mention it. He said it's third in line, so it's probably going to be like 2021 before we see it. It's going to be a 10-year gap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they had this cool kind of theme. It was like Bethesda Land. It was like a theme park.
Yeah, it was a neat idea.
They I know beforehand they had this promotional material that looked like a map of like Disney World, and it had like all these little areas you can go to. I really like their style in general, Bethesda's style, where it's sort of this some kind of twisted 1950s kind of commercial, and that's kind of been their style in general. That's the Fallout style,
right?
And no, I thought it was really good. I really like the style of it. You had Tom Howard come out not Tom Howard. What's the other guy's name? But you had him come out a few times. He's really good. The Bethesda dude. Not Tom Howard, though. The other
Ron
guy.
Howard.
No, it's not
They
Ron
call
Howard.
me Potato Salad.
Tom Howard's the guy in charge of like Fallout and Skyrim.
Yeah.
Then you had Bethesda VR. They had Doom VR and Fallout VR they're talking about.
Doom VR will be cool. I guess Fallout VR will be cool.
I want to see how it works. How does moving around work?
Yeah.
And I mean, Skyrim VR was talked about too in another conference, I think. But I think it was Sony's conference. They talked about Skyrim VR. Just like, how is the moving around going to work? And it just seems like really almost kind of sickening in a way. They talked about Elder Scrolls Online, Morrowind. Does
that interest me at all? No. Why? I don't know why they made Elder Scrolls Online. Like, MMOs have been dead for how many years, and they decided to jump on that train instead of making Skyrim 2. Instead of making another Elder Scrolls.
Do you think they're gonna make Skyrim? Because it seemed like they're talking about Skyrim so much in this press conference and in other press conferences. Do you think the next Elder Scrolls will be Skyrim 2?
I hope not. I don't think it will be.
Yeah,
but I hope it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of memes and stuff. And coming 2025, Skyrim on a rock.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I wonder because the success of Skyrim, and I mean. And again, like this was sort of my dark period where Oblivion came out. Like, was that just as big as Skyrim, or
no? I mean, it was successful and people really liked it, but it wasn't. Skyrim was so hugely impactful when it came out. Like, that's one of those. I don't want to call it generational, but it's one of those.
Generational.
Yeah, it's one of those generational games. Yeah. I mean, like right now, it's Overwatch that's making a huge impact. Back then, it was Skyrim.
I think Zelda now, the Breath of the Wild is going to be that kind of game.
Like people will look back and be like, "Oh, back in the Skyrim day, or back in Breath of the Wild time."
Sure. So they had Creation Club for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. I guess people can make their own mods and stuff like that. You can pay for them, so it's pretty much paid mods.
Do you remember when the Fine Brothers tried to copyright React
Yeah.
and everything? This sounds a lot like that, where they just basically took a thing that was already public domain.
Well,
and
I think they have paid mods on Steam, though.
yeah, but now this was basically a way to strong arm the best modders into being like, you're going to start charging for these and we're going to get part of it, or you're not going to, or we're going to shut you down.
Sure, yeah. Which, I guess it's their right to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So then Elder Scrolls Online card game, Skyrim for Switch was revealed?
Well,
there was stuff for it. There was.
I saw that hunk on the plane.
Play the Link amiibo and
the Skyrim Link looks so
horrible.
Well, but like funny at the same time. Just
really funny.
Shredded.
And the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield are cool. And then he had motion controls, which are no sir. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get Skyrim for Switch.
No, I just played Breath of the Wild. I don't need a giant open world medieval adventure.
I just played Skyrim and Breath of the Wild in the matter of a year.
You just need to play Qbert for a while.
Yeah, just Qbert. Just get the Qbert. They talked about Dishonored, some DLC for Dishonored. Then they talked about the Quake Champions game.
Oh, Kurt talked nothing but Quake to me.
Is he a Quake guy?
I guess. It's news to me, but we talked a lot of Quake.
Okay. QuakeCon is in Dallas. You know that? QuakeCon.
Well, let's go to it.
We should go to it. I mean, I know nothing about Quake, but we can go to it.
Same here.
Evil Within 2, that's their Evil Within sequel. It was a crazy-ass trailer.
Yeah.
It looked like Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Just the way it was just so weird. And it's Friday the 13th in October release date.
Oh,
spooky.
Shit.
I don't know how interested I am in that. It looked cool, but, man, I don't know. I mean, I like Resident Evil 7, but...
I mean, it didn't do much for me.
No.
I didn't dislike it, but it just didn't spark. It didn't give me a boon.
Yeah. Now, finally, they had Wolfenstein 2, which looked really good.
Yeah, I'm just sick of hearing about Wolfenstein all the time.
I need to play Wolfenstein 1. I want to get this. This looked really cool. And I like the World War II alternate reality universe kind of things, too. Or alternate timeline or whatever.
Nazis.
The Nazis. And the Nazis control the United States. And then they had a guy who kind of was like Christoph Waltz a little bit. And then at the end, the guy's tripping on acid and sees a frog. It was insane. It was insane. It really looked cool. And then that was Bethesda. What do you think about Bethesda? People were saying they're disappointed. And that was sort of a theme this year.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away, and there was nothing. I just really only wanted Elder Scrolls. And I lost that prediction. So
you lost a lot of predictions, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, it seemed like the theme this year was people were really disappointed. And because there was so much stuff last year, the last 2 years, and last 3 years even,
they were disappointed in all but one press conference.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that. But it seemed like people were just, and I don't think it was. I get people's sentiment because there wasn't really anything new. That was revealed. Nothing like new. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Anything like that. It was a lot of rehashing the same information, but not. There weren't really too many even release dates. It was more just like, hey, we got all this stuff. And,
hey, we're working on this.
And it's coming out this date. And actually, good thing is, I did see an interview with one of the guys from Sony, Shuhei Yoshida, who kind of explained why they did that, on their part at least, which makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much the reason they gave their release dates as early or spring was because in the past they've put release dates out early, and then they had to delay it. And they're just like, well, you know what? Let's just give you a window. And then we can make the release date final when you're like almost done.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I can get behind that.
Totally.
I can get behind that. So we're done with the third party. Let's start with, I don't know. I mean, your thing was Microsoft, my thing was Sony, and both of our things were Nintendo. We can talk about Nintendo last.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you want to talk about first?
I guess we'll talk about my sweet Project Scorp.
All right, we'll talk about Microsoft first. So, Project Scorp, that was revealed. Project Scorpion will be on, it's going to be called the Xbox One X.
The Zox.
The Zox. Or, if you just abbreviate it, it's called the Xbox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a stupid name.
I was so excited for Project Scorp.
Yeah. Well, I was excited for the NX. They should have called it the NX.
Yeah, but the NX actually turned out to be cool, something new.
Yeah.
Project Scorp, which I thought was going to be revolutionary, turned out to just be fucking... I hated when PlayStation did the PS4 Pro, and this is basically what Microsoft did.
But
and
it's supposed to be the most powerful console ever seen with human eyes.
Okay, great. The games already look fantastic. Like, have you played Halo 5? It looks amazing. Like, what is a little more clarity and sharpness going to do?
60 frames per second, bruh.
Halo 5...
Which actually, I think it's Destiny says that Destiny 2 is only going to play in 30 frames on Xbox One X.
Halo 5 already runs in 60 frames a second.
So, anyway, go on.
If it was like $250, maybe it's $500 fucking dollars for a brand new console that doesn't already do anything your Xbox One does, except if you happen to have a $10,000 4K TV, now you can make your games a little more clearer for $500. And yeah, there's a lot of processing power in there extra, but
there's a 4K Blu-ray player. You play in true 4K. There's a whole bunch of teraflops. Gotta get them flops.
Like,
right?
this is such a niche thing.
So was the PS4 Pro, but they say that 1 in every 5 PS4s is a PS4 Pro now.
That doesn't sound right.
I think there's a market. It's just really expensive, and I think the thing is that it's about the games, and Microsoft doesn't have the games.
Which is why they announced the big backward compatibility thing, where every single game basically is now going to be backward compatible, going back to the original Xbox, which is cool.
Cool.
But
I might go buy some old Xbox games. Yeah. It's, it just, I mean, there are cool games coming out for Xbox, but nothing like, they don't have that first party stable like a Nintendo or a Sony does.
Yeah.
They don't have a Horizon. They don't have a God of War.
They have Halo, and we could not be further from the last Halo, and we could not be further from the next one. Like, we're right in the middle of that window.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they need a... I don't know. I mean, they're not hurting, but they need to figure out first parties quickly.
Yeah.
And their head of Microsoft seems like a very smart guy, and he seems like
Spectre?
Phil Spector seems like a really smart, intelligent dude, and he seems like a really good guy too.
Oh yeah,
he's very pro-consumer,
He loves tweeting to Sony and Nintendo, like, congrats and
he's
stuff.
a good guy, and I mean, I wish them the best.
Get your shit together.
I think all those 3 companies healthy is good for video games, because you want good healthy competition.
Right.
You want them all to succeed. Because otherwise, we'll just be playing on our phones. No one wants that. Or PCs. No one wants that.
Oh.
No one wants that. No one wants to play on your PCs and phones.
PCers and mobilers are like opposite sides of the same coin.
I know.
It's like 2 awful ways to play games.
And one.
Yeah.
Saying that, I did just sell a lot of my old games because I have them on PC now.
Why?
Because PC's forever.
I guess.
Yeah. He's looking at you bad. He hates you now because you said all the mean things about him.
God, no, I love Fahey. He's one of my favorite people to talk to up here.
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, anything else on the score? I think it's too expensive, and I don't think there's enough games. And I mean, they're saying that it's going to be more powerful than the PS4 Pro, but really it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're at the point of diminishing returns, and it's like, okay, well, where do we go from now?
Yeah,
or from here?
Make things look cooler. I think. I think when they showed what's it called? The big one, that the Anthem. When they showed Anthem, like that is a really beautiful, really large world, and that's sort of where we're going. But how much more pretty can you make? How much more clear can you make something?
Yeah, there's a point to where it looks so lifelike that you can't get any more lifelike.
Yeah.
I mean, until you go to like holograms or something.
That was weird.
What?
Just kind of staticky up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Some sort of bombing raid going on outside.
Yeah, there's some kind of band going outside.
Some sort of Miller Lite concert.
Probably. Or I saw Pitbull out there.
What, really?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Anyway, Forza Motorsport 7, they had a big car reveal. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, they revealed a new car, a new Porsche, and that was stupid.
Thank you for saying Porsche.
Hey, no
I
problem.
hate when people say Porsche.
They revealed a new Porsche that you could drive, and just great. It's just a great.
Let's spend
showcase.
half an hour on that. Let's
Okay.
talk about that Porsche.
Let's do that.
We're
already an hour in. We'll talk about the Porsche.
Yeah, 12-cylinder.
All the cylinders.
3 turborators.
Yeah, all the
on your digital car.
They said there were 42 games going to be shown, 22 console exclusives. Probably timed exclusives, half of them.
Yeah.
They talked about Metro Exodus 2018.
Yeah.
I never played a Metro game,
Me
but
neither. People are very passionate.
They are very passionate about Metro.
Yeah.
I know Austin Engler played Metro, one of the Metro.
Oh, what does he have
games.
to say about that?
Well, he's not here.
I thought he was supposed to
he's
be
another
here.
one that bailed.
Yeah. Wait, so I don't have to be here?
No, you don't have to be here now.
The precedent has been set.
It has. You can just leave whenever you want.
Bye.
Then they talked about Assassin's Creed, Egypt settings, hippos, alligators, and a giant snake. RPG elements, stealth.
Spooky.
Bird marks enemies, October 27th release date. And then one of my predictions I got right.
Yeah?
Battlefield, Players Unknown Battlegrounds on Xbox. It's coming out this year.
Yeah, but not till late fall.
That's early access, though. Console launch exclusive. That means it's probably going to be on PS4 someday.
Yeah.
Then you had Deep Rock Galactic. I forgot what that was. State of Decay 2, spring 2018. There wasn't really any kind of big AAA push for that. The Darwin Project. You had some more Minecraft stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Minecraft in 4K,
news?
bro.
No, that's not the news I'm talking about.
I was kidding about that. Anyway.
That Minecraft will be... Well, no, it is going to be in 4K.
I know, but I love the memes where it's like Minecraft and regular Minecraft in 4K. It's just the same damn thing.
Cross-platform. Did you see that?
I did, except
PC,
for Sony.
Yeah, they refused to join, but PC, Switch, and Xbox will all play with each other, which is pretty fucking
It's pretty
dope.
cool.
Yeah.
I know Sony had a whole whole statement about it, and they kind of just said nothing about it.
Yeah, what's their reason?
I don't know.
It's so stupid.
I mean, you would think like Nintendo wouldn't, but Nintendo's all for it. But Sony's just being a butt.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, get with it.
Come on, Dag.
Come on, Dash. Then you have Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Fighter game.
It's Dragon Ball Fighters.
Which just looks cool.
Yeah, it does. It's not like the Tenkaichi Budokai.
No, it's
this
more,
is like a Street Fighter kind of thing.
I'd be down to play that.
The animation looks really good and stuff. It looks like it's hand drawn at points, and
I'd be very down to play that.
Yeah, me too. Looks pretty cool.
down.
I don't like fighting games, but I love Dragon Ball.
No, same here. I love Dragon Ball Z. And it looks really cool. Oh yeah, you just like Dragon Ball.
Well, no, I love Dragon Ball Z too, but Dragon Ball is so much better.
Black Desert Online. The Last Night, that's that cyberpunk game that looks like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And I guess there was some controversy because the creator was like big into the whole Gamergate thing. And he said some disparaging things in the past. And
doucher.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I think he's made a statement that like the game's about a world that's become so over politicized or something, or something to the, I don't want to mix his words, but it was something to the effect of, it's just everyone. So I guess there's like what you're talking about, where everyone is paid the same rate and people just stop creating and they just consume, which is interesting. But people were kind of up in arms now and boycotting the game because he said some things.
I just don't get that point of view. It's like, why are people getting upset when I'm saying really mean things?
But I think he made a statement saying that that's not how he feels anymore. Like that was in the past.
That's good.
But it looked like a cool game, and I'll look for him. It looked really sweet. Looked like
I like to separate. Like if Bill Cosby made a really good game, I'm still gonna play it.
Oh, he made a really good show that I don't know if you'd watch it anymore though.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
I can't relate to it.
No, you can't.
No.
Artful Escape. That was some like really. It looked really just flowery, and it was kind of like a really upbeat, flowery kind of game. No clue what the gameplay is, but it looked very upbeat. Then Code Vivian was like this anime Dark Souls kind of game.
No, go on.
Sea of Thieves 2018, he said.
Super pumped.
Super pumped.
That's gonna be if that's out in spring. That's gonna be a great spring game.
Yeah, it will be a great
Spend
spring
some
game.
sunny days.
I don't know, though. It seems like spring is becoming, just like this year, it's becoming overcrowded.
It's weird. It's the new release window. It's the new fall.
Uh-huh. You got Red Dead. You got all these. You got, I think God of War is probably going to be coming out in spring.
No news of Red Dead.
Oh, that's another one I won. Another prediction I won.
Did I say there was going to be some?
Yeah, you did.
Damn it.
Then Tacoma, which is a game I'm excited for. That's coming out August 2nd. Xbox only. That is one of their exclusives. Then you had this stupid Super Lucky Tale that looked like a really terrible mascot platformer.
Yeah.
It looked lame as hell. People are like, oh, I was excited for it. It's charming. No, it looked terrible.
It's the Tales of video games.
Yeah, it is. And I think people really like to mix animated and whimsical. They like to say anything that's animated is charming.
Yeah.
Not everything that's animated is charming.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It looked terrible. Cuphead.
Ooh.
September 29th release date.
That is animated and charming.
That is charming.
For Cuphead.
That is charming. And I lost that bet because it's not coming out now. Or maybe lost half of it. Crackdown. Terry Crews is in it. He's playable.
Did you say Terry Gross?
Terry Crews is in it. And he is a playable character.
That's pretty dope.
Coming out November 7th. Ashen was a weird-looking game.
Any news on Flower 2?
No, that would be... No news on that.
Damn.
Life is Strange 2. No, it's not Life is Strange 2. It's Life is Strange. It's a prequel. It's sort of like a offshoot kind of thing. It's a prequel. It's coming out August 31st. Did you play Life is Strange?
No, I didn't, but I know about it, and I know people like it.
Yeah, they like it. I know TC's wife likes it a lot.
Okay, well, I'll talk to her about it.
Yeah, talk to her.
Call it Megs.
Shadow of War. I should just call her Meg or Megan. That's TC's wife. She has a name. Yeah. Shadow of War. That's coming on. I think it's coming this. Yeah, actually, it's pushed back to October. But I don't know. I mean, it looked all right. You can recruit orcs now. Troy Baker's in it.
Yeah.
I never played the first. I own the first game. I never played it, and so I don't think I haven't played it yet. Or I played a little bit of it, not all of it though. So I mean, it's looks all right.
So, dude.
And then Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean, do you have anything to say about it?
No.
All right. Ori and the Blind Forest 2, called The Will of the Wisps.
Ooh.
Then you had Xbox original, Xbox backwards compatibility for original Xbox games.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gonna
Play
be hard
Blinks again.
Yeah. Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. Oh, you can play Psychonauts anywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can play it on PC.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Xbox only.
No, you can play it on GameCube, I think, too. Maybe.
Psychonauts 2 coming out next year.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Anthem, that's the big...
That's the flying game.
That's the BioWare game.
Fly
Open
with my
world,
buddies.
beautiful exo shoots. It looks like Destiny. It looks really good, and you can play with other people if you want. It looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly around would be cool.
On the vehicles.
Fly around on my Project Scorp.
On your Scorp. So, Sony. We're going to talk about the Sony press conference.
Okay.
It opened up. It had a really good presentation where
they did.
the stages had like really cool things going on. You had like Snake Charmers kind of playing like the orchestra last year, but you had Snake Charmers playing. Then they showed off a trailer for the Uncharted Lost Legacy, the Uncharted 4 DLC, which, I'll buy that. I think it's coming out in October. Looks cool, looks fun. It's gonna be as long as an actual game. Like it's an expansion. It's not even DLC. It's like its own game.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't disparage it because it's my thing.
No, it looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the jumping. I can do some jumping. That'd be cool. When's that come out?
Horizon DLC.
That looks dope.
The Frozen Wilds
Yep.
comes out 2017. I still need to beat Horizon.
I need to play it. I need to
Get a PS4.
Yeah, I need to. Well, I need to play Kirk's before he moves out, and then I'll play it up.
Okay. Days Gone. That looked a lot better than last year. Days
I don't
Gone
remember
did.
it from last year.
It was. They showed off this guy. It was like a little story trailer about this dude, and he lost his wife or something. It's like a post-apocalyptic zombie survival, and it looked like it just showed one encampment and this horde of zombies he was mowing down. It looked pretty generic.
Is that the one where you can control the zombies and stuff?
No. I don't know what that is.
I was reading about that today.
Yeah. I don't think it's that now. But this, it showed him, it was more open in this game where you could kind of go into this encampment in certain ways and you could use these zombie hordes like to your advantage, like weaponize them to your advantage. And it looked really neat. It looked really good. And I'd like to see more of it because it looks really good. It looked a lot better than last year. They showed Monster Hunter Worlds. That's coming out in early 2018. You know, I'm not a big Monster Hunter guy, are you?
I haven't been, but I've always been really intrigued by it. I kind of want to play it.
Yeah, it looked just fighting dinosaurs and stuff, man. It looked pretty neat.
Not coming to the Switch, though, they announced today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay. Not coming to the Switch.
Well, as of now.
Okay.
They left it open.
Shadow of the Colossus remake.
And that's a complete rebuild.
That is a complete rebuild.
Yeah.
That is 18. It's a total rebuild, and they're actually giving you an option to use modern controls.
That's cool.
Which is the big...
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what made me... I love that game so much. I would consider it one of my top whatever games.
Considered one of
playing.
the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but just the controls are so bad.
Yeah.
And if they're modernizing the controls, I'll buy it and beat it.
Good. And then you'll not play it for 6 months, and then you'll sell it then.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel vs. Capcom demo is out now.
Kill me.
Kill me.
Plus, there's no Beautiful Joe.
There is no Beautiful Joe.
They took him out, and now I'm definitely not going to play.
Oh, no.
Can we get another Beautiful Joe?
Sure.
Did you ever play it?
I never did. Never played
It's
that.
one of my top.
Yeah.
It's one of my faves.
One of your faves.
It's so good.
Call of Duty, World War II. They showed some more stuff for that.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you know. I hear there's like no heart to it from what I've heard from people who've played it.
But it's war, Trey.
It's war. War never changes. Then you had some VR stuff. You had Skyrim VR. You had Star Child, The Impatience, Final Fantasy 15, which now you can crack open a few cold ones with the boys in VR with Final Fantasy 15 VR.
That meme is dead.
No, it's still alive, brah. Cracking open a few cold ones with the boys.
Speaking of Star, I totally forgot to mention during the Bethesda thing, Kirk was all hyped about some mysterious game that was rumored called like Starfire or Starline or something, and he thought it was going to be a complete new IP.
I heard that too.
And I don't think it fucking exists.
It might. Who knows? Because I know they are trying to do 2 new IP before they do another Elder Scrolls. So
he thought that was going to be like the biggest part of the thing.
And it wasn't.
What are we at? What are you looking
It's a lie. No, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Where were we here? So VR stuff. I hear Moss is pretty good.
Yeah.
Then they showed some God of War. It looks incredible. I'm still excited for it. It comes out early 2018, and like I said, they said that, so I'm guessing probably March, but they said it, so they kind of give them time. They're not just going to give a release date. And I hear it's supposed to be one continuous shot.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so like the whole game is just a continuous shot.
That's cool.
And so, yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. I like the whole thing. Like, it's just a single story. There's not going to be a whole lot of, open world stuff. It's going to be singular, open area kind of thing, which I really dig because I'm getting a little tired of the open world games. Even though I like them, it's just too many of them. Detroit, that still looks cool. That's the David Cage game and different, really cool story and different, it's Heavy Rain and all those. And it looks really cool. I want it to come out soon, but, who knows when that comes out.
Whatever.
Then Spider-Man. Did you see the trailer for Spider-Man?
Yeah, kill me.
Looked good.
I guess, but I'm just so tired of Spider-Man.
You're not a Spider-Man guy.
One of my friends had a kid a couple of years ago, and his kid's all about Spider-Man, and kids fucking love Spider-Man for some reason. I don't get it. Spider-Man is like the lamest superhero.
Wow.
I mean, look, I like Spider-Man, but
lamest?
He just kind of swings around.
I mean, okay, I got to call you on that. I'm sorry. There are lamer superheroes than Spider-Man.
He's a freaking nerd, man.
Okay, a lot of them are nerds.
Total nerd.
A lot of them are nerds.
Batman, he's a nerd?
Totally.
Okay, then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just, and I know the contract thing where they have to keep making Spider-Man movies.
No, this isn't anything to do with the contract.
Well, no, it's just
this is an exclusive Spider-Man game.
So
this has nothing to do with the movies.
It's not tied in with any of the movies?
This is not tied in with the movies.
There's a new movie coming out.
I know, but it's not tied in with the movies at all.
Okay.
It is its own thing.
I'm not big on superhero games. I'm not big on superheroes.
Oh, did you like the Arkham games? And this is like being compared to Arkham in a way, like the Arkham Combat.
Well, maybe I'll play Spider-Man.
So open world, you can't kill anything. Like there's no killing in this game.
I'm out.
So they're figuring out ways where you're not really killing people. So
I'm a red-blooded American with a red-blooded.
And I know there's gonna be like memes where that obviously that guy's dead. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like with like the new Batman movie,
Mhm.
where it's like Batman doesn't kill people. Well, you just kill a whole bunch of people.
Well, the floor that gave way is what killed the person.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the QuickTime events. I was a little worried with the QuickTime events, but they said it's really only during like these big cinematic action fights. Whereas like when you're going through the open world, it doesn't really. And Insomniac's famous for travel, so I hope it feels good. I was a little down on it just with all the QuickTime stuff, but I hope it's not all like that. What'd you feel about it? How'd you feel about it?
Nothing. I felt absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
You weren't excited when Miles Morales showed up at the end?
No.
You weren't?
Taking his pictures with his little phone and stuff? No.
No? Well, shit.
Sorry.
It looked cool. I liked it. I thought it looked fine.
Well, maybe I'll play it and then we'll see.
And again, with like Sony, people were saying they're disappointed with the conference because there weren't a lot of new IPs released.
Exactly.
There weren't a lot of anything new or any hardcore release dates.
Well, people need to temper their expectations when they go into E3.
Yeah, I agree with you. People really need to start tempering the expectations a bit. You're taking your old Coke that's been in the trash can and drinking it.
It's got a cap.
Got a cap.
This is a bottle.
Do you want to take a little break before you do Nintendo, or do you want to just go?
No,
let's go.
Let's plow.
All right. And so Nintendo. Jeez, that is gross.
Back in the trash.
So again, just like all the other press conferences, they're really trying to make Nintendo be the esports system.
Yeah.
The esports competition system.
I don't care who it is, but if you're trying to push esports, like, come on. Like, I'm not going to give Nintendo a pass on that.
No, and it's games that aren't even known quantities. It's Pokken and ARMS, which hasn't even come out.
Splatoon is somewhat established, I guess.
Yeah, but they want to do that. Do it with the one game that people do fucking love.
Yeah,
Smash Bros.
Yeah, I think next year is going to be Smash Bros. Heavy.
Yeah, I could see that. Smash Bros. And all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Anything for you?
I've always wanted to kind of play the first one, but I'm not big on jerpgers. Yeah, I guess if you're into that, it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed way too much Xenoblade stuff.
It didn't really do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
They showed Kirby.
I was not expecting that.
4-player Kirby.
I almost doo-dooed my pants.
2018
I love Kirby. And Kirby on a main console, like, when was the last time that happened? Crystal Shards?
Kirby Woolly World? Or
no, that was
Yarn, Epic Yarn?
That was on 3DS, wasn't it?
Might have been, I don't know.
Either way, I love Kirby games, and I'm super excited to take one around with me. It looks really good.
They talked about Pokken Tournament Deluxe, and they announced that a core Pokemon RPG will be made for the Switch.
I did doo-doo my pants when that was announced.
Yeah, I bet you did. I did too.
I saw online people were like, the reason they announced that because people were upset about the Pokemon Direct. They were like, it's coming. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. Stop
it is
asking
coming.
Us.
That's sort of the theme of this press conference. We promise you, it is coming.
He said it's about a year away, so that should be cool because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is coming the end of this year, which felt super rushed, but now I get why because they're just trying to get 3DS out the door, move everything to Switch.
Hopefully.
Yep.
So they mentioned that, and then they're like, oh, yeah, in the rest of this conference, the only thing's going to be revealed in 2017. And then a little spacey things goes. And
I was like, oh, what's this?
What's this?
What's
this thing? And you see a little screw attack thing. And
then there's like a 4. And
did he have a little 4?
The doo-doo shot out of my pants so hard.
Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Yeah, what if it was Metroid Prime Federation Force? I would have lost it.
Metroid Prime 4 in development on the Switch, and it's not by Retro Studios.
I know.
It's by another studio.
People were their rage was very much subdued when Nintendo announced not one, but 2 new Metroid
and
games.
at the very end of the press conference, no, it was after the press conference was done, and they announced a 2D Metroid.
It's
which
2.5D.
2.5D, which is a remake of, what is it a remake of?
I don't know if it's a remake.
Reimagining or something, right?
Yeah, because Metroid 2 is called
Yeah.
Return of Samus, and this is called Samus Returns.
Yeah.
I think it's just to hold people over till Metroid Prime.
Yeah, that looks great.
4.
You know, that looks really good. I was honestly debating selling my 3DS, and then I heard that, like, okay, I'll keep it.
That's cool.
For that.
Look, Metroid Prime, one of my favorite series of all time.
Mhm.
Really good games. Thought it was done. Thought
Maybe,
we'd
and
never see
I
that
hope
again.
maybe they won't. I'm sorry, keep going.
I was just gonna say, super excited for another one.
Maybe they don't do the first person angle. Maybe they do it more like a
I hope
third
it's
part.
I hope it's first person
Yeah.
again.
Okay. I'm just saying maybe they shake it up or something.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what they tried to do with
Other M.
Other M. It was like some third person, some first person. No one really liked that.
Yeah. Okay. I never played Other M.
It was
I know
okay.
it was panned.
God, we're getting some really good Twitter questions here.
Yeah, we are. I know. Then we have Yoshi 2018 coming out.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge Yoshi. I mean, I love Yoshi's story. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know.
This it looked really good. It like visually, it looked very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
it'd
the
be
thing
fun.
about that, it's like Kirby and Yoshi games, and I know people they have their fan base, but it's like, you know, seeing that when you have other things like Odyssey and Metroid and Pokemon RPG coming out, it kind of makes those games look a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, I think it was 2 years ago, where they did, the press conference was nothing but just like really just crappy B-level games.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like it was worse because there was really nothing substantial.
Yeah.
But when you have like, and I know Yoshi and Kirby have their audiences, but when you have like that, it's like, oh, that looks great. I might play that. But I'm really excited for Metroid, but that looks cool too. You know, I think you're more positive about that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
I think that's what happened with Splatoon, because I think when Splatoon was revealed, it was like Zelda was just like revealed to the world. It was that really opening trailer, and so people were more up on Splatoon because like fucking Zelda, and that looks cool too. That's cool. You know, I think I think when there's big announcements, I think the other things are kind of lifted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they looked really good.
They then had Fire Emblem Warriors. And
Zach is really into Fire Emblem.
Really?
And I've tried one time to get into it, but I was busy playing other stuff. I didn't try. I want to try again because he says they're some of his favorite games, and they look fun. So maybe I'll try that.
Okay. Zelda DLC packs were revealed.
Sort of. The one in the summer looks pretty cool. I always like the trial
I
thing.
guess you have to buy them all. You have to buy
I think
the whole
so,
thing,
yeah. I already did, so I'll be getting it. I love the Cave of Trials thing they always do in the last few Zeldas, so that'll be cool. This one looks more intense.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the third DLC pack they didn't quite reveal, but people kind of think
prequel.
Yeah, they're thinking
kind.
like you get to play during the 100 years before. You get to play as the champions and stuff, and that sounds really cool.
Yeah,
that
you
sounds
play
better
as Zelda
than,
maybe.
Yeah, that sounds better than a continuation of the game.
I'm with you there. They announced some new amiibos.
Yeah,
the Goron amiibo looks awesome.
Yeah, so
looks
hopefully
really
it'll get to play as all that.
Yeah. Then they talked more about Mario plus Rabbids.
Mm-hmm.
They have Rocket League on the Switch now.
Yeah,
which
cool.
looks really cool.
Yeah, take that on the go. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. I'll buy that on there definitely. Then they talked about Super Mario Odyssey. It looks fucking bonkers.
It looks
insane.
amazing.
Yeah,
like seeing Mario next to anatomically correct humans is the weirdest.
It looks so weird and crazy. Like you can like you can turn into a T-Rex.
Yeah.
You can possess a bomb. You can possess a tank. You can possess a human. You can possess a frog.
I watched extended gameplay of it. I watched the Treehouse with Sam, who pretty nice.
Yeah,
he's got some boobers,
tatters.
Yeah. The game looks really nice.
Yeah,
like it's real pretty, and it looks crazy.
I'm a little
fun,
not
wacky.
worried, but just what they showed, it seems like it's very small. But from what I hear, it looks very small at first, but then you start realizing there's a whole bunch of other things like you can find.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the backgrounds look a little blank, look a little bare, but I guess you kind of have to get your hands on the whole thing. But yeah, it looks really cool. Whatever they're doing.
I saw a good meme. It was You know the one where the guys are all on the couch and they're not excited.
You know who
about
those?
something?
That's IGN. Those are IGN guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was the one guy I think in the front. His name's Per Schneider. He's like the president of IGN, and because I watch a lot of their stuff, and with Greg Miller, and so I've seen a lot of stuff with Per, and he actually talked about that, and I guess that was for the Twilight Princess reveal.
Really?
And they wanted them to take a picture. They knew it was going to happen, but they wanted a reaction shot. And so like, okay, I looked really excited, and this is Zelda for Zelda Twilight Princess, so they did that shot. And yeah, that was them, the IGN guys for.
Because every one of those I always love.
Yeah.
They had the top picture was the
Just them kind of
Xbox
staring.
One X, and it was like whatever gigs, 12 gigs of RAM
4K,
processor, and they're sitting on the couch
powerful.
board, and then there was a picture of the frog with Mario hat, and it was like, you can put the hat on the frog, and then you are the frog, and it was the excited picture.
It's so funny how Nintendo does that.
Yeah.
And like people are like, man, people were like, they announced footage and all this stuff for Microsoft, but they show a 4 and people are just excited as hell. it's just different. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just people get excited for Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
how
in
it
on
is.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Dude, I'm in too. That's gonna
and sooner than we thought release.
Yeah.
I was thinking December.
It's gonna be October 27th.
Yep.
October 27th. Wait, I'm sorry.
That's right.
No, yeah, it is, and that's coming out. That is coming out the same day as Assassin's Creed Origins and Wolfenstein.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. So that's gonna be a big day.
Yeah.
I'll probably get Wolfenstein and Mario.
You know what I was sad about?
What?
No mention of Pikmin anywhere.
No Pikmin. Yeah, you sent me that that text, and what did you mean by that?
So I got a tweet from the My Nintendo thing that said a retailer in Canada
one of those things
had gotten Smash Brothers and Pikmin materials or something. I don't know, and then it turned out to be false.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, I was hoping that we'd get another Pikmin, but they Nintendo did announce today that Pikmin 4 is progressing. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Progressive. So I think before we talk about kind of what we're excited for, what we feel about the show, let's do our predictions here.
All right.
So, Nintendo, my predictions, all first-party games get an amiibo. I put a 0 because not all first-party games got an amiibo.
Okay.
Because some of them didn't get amiibo.
That was a very...
I probably should have just said we see amiibo.
Yeah, like a lot get amiibo. You went...
I went for every single one.
Yeah.
I guess we kind of did. I guess they did reveal some other amiibos, but not really. Then I put at least 10 Switch indie games. That was like 3. Well, there was no indie games actually whatsoever.
They did all the indie stuff
Yeah.
in January when they announced the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No mention of Virtual Console. I put a 1 there. No mention of Virtual Console at all.
Yeah.
Zelda DLC revealed. I put a 1.
Okay.
And then I put Retro's new game will be revealed and it will be Metroid. I'm putting 0.5.
Oh, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I put 0.5 because it's not Retro, but it is a Metroid.
It is
game.
Metroid Prime, yeah.
Yeah. Then you put half of the show will be Super Mario Odyssey. Miyamoto with Mario Eyeball hat, put a 0. It wasn't half the show.
Yeah. Xenoblade took up most of the show.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, no Mario Eye hat. Awkward translation error, 0.
Yeah,
I told you it was going to be all, yeah. 5 third-party partnerships, 0. So there were no 5 third-party. There was like 3. Because I guess you had Skyrim, you had Rocket League, and you had Rabbids. So it was 3.
We can't think of 2 more?
No.
Fine.
Virtual Console release date and titles, no. Then Stardew Valley, no.
No. Oh, God.
So I have 2.5, you have 0.
Okay.
So far. Sony, Horizon DLC, 1. God of War and Spider-Man release dates. God of War into the fall and Spider-Man in the spring.
Those are not dates.
I put a 5.5.
Fine.
Because I guess they're giving release dates, right? Or would you even argue that?
They
said 2018.
Yes, I will give you half credit since they said they gave you windows.
Okay, I put 0.5. Sucker Punch's new IP will be revealed. Put a 0. Bloodborne 2, 0.
People were very disappointed.
Yeah, they
about
were.
that.
Gameplay for The Last of Us 2, 0. You know, it's funny because you were totally bullshitting on this,
Oh,
but you
I pulled these out of my butt.
But you got more than I did. I don't know. We got to discuss this. Little Big Planet revealed 0. God of War released in spring. They said early 2018.
That is spring.
They said early, they didn't say spring.
Okay, but I mean, winter starts the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So early, the first season that starts.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you one for that. No mention of Vita. 1.
Yeah.
Though they did announce an Undertale for the Vita at the beginning of the show. They actually did announce a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the show. The pre-show, they announced a bunch of stuff coming out this year.
That's the pre-show.
Yeah, but if you want to watch the video, I think Sony has that on YouTube. I don't have them all written down, but they announced some stuff that's coming out this year.
Fine. Give me half.
No, I just gave you 0. Well, I give you 1. I give you 1 for no mention of Vita.
Okay.
1. Little Big Planet on Vita, 0. And Sonic VR, 0.
What was I thinking for Little Big Planet on Vita?
I don't know.
What would that even be?
I don't know.
It's a third player. Yeah.
Then you have Microsoft. I wrote Cuphead release date, and it's available now. I give myself a 0.5. Because they did do a release date, but it wasn't now.
Okay, you can't just keep making 2 predictions in one prediction.
No, you
and then
can't.
grabbing
You can
these
totally
half.
do that. You should have done it too.
Okay, so I could have said like, Cuphead still in development. Cuphead will be released. Cuphead will be released at some point.
No, you can't do it that. But you can do like
some point
little
in the next
things.
5 years.
Okay. Xbox VR 0.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3 release date, and it looks different. I gave myself 0.5. They just got a release date.
Yeah.
Players Unknown revealed for early access on Xbox 1.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2 gets the AAA treatment 0.
Okay.
They talked about it, but wasn't the AAA treatment. You said Project Scorp will be revealed, be coming out sooner than expected for $100. 0.
I get 0 for that.
Mm-hmm.
It was revealed.
No, you said revealed to be coming out sooner than expected. Comes out like November. That's not sooner than expected.
Oh, I thought
sooner
I was
than
thinking,
expected
like,
would be
next
September.
Year. I was thinking like next year.
No, they already said it was coming out this year.
Well, fine. Give me a quarter
Talk
point.
to the mic. Talk in the mic.
Give me a quarter point.
Oh, for what?
For participation.
Halo 6 will be mentioned 0. No mention of VR 1. A new IP will be pushed.
Oh God.
That's a 0,
Give
right?
me a -1 on that.
Yeah, 0. And Xbox TV streaming 0. Third party, me, nothing Red Dead Redemption 1. Assassin's Creed will be set in Egypt 1. Bethesda will reveal Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 1. Amy Hennig's story-based Star Wars game revealed 0. New Batman game 0.
Why do you get 0 for Star Wars?
Because the single player Amy, that game wasn't talked about.
Okay.
And then Austin full Red Dead Redemption reveal 0. Big Sonic presentation with man in Sonic suit 0.
I did not say man in Sonic.
Yeah, you
suit.
said man in Sonic suit.
Is that what Adam?
That's
wrote
what
down?
Adam wrote. I swear
I did
to
not
God,
say man in
you
Sonic.
did.
I said man in Tails suit.
Same thing.
How does he fly without his tail's getting twisted up?
I don't know, man. He's a weird guy. That Tails. He's doing weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Then Elder Scrolls teaser 0.
See, I thought we were gonna get like a Metroid Prime 4 style,
4.
just like Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6.
EA kills a sports game 0. So how many did you get? I have 8 points.
I got like 4.
You
if
got,
that.
You got 1, 2, 3. You got 3.
All right.
You got 8-3. So now you got to do something. We got to make a bet payoff.
Whoa. No, now we can't do bet payoff once it's already been.
Well, did we decide what we got to do?
No, I guess we'll come to a consensus on something.
Okay.
Well, right now?
Yeah.
Well, let's think of it over the next week or something.
Okay.
So give me some ideas. What did you have?
I thought that you should wear a costume for a week at your job.
I cannot do that.
I thought you can. You work at a zany, crazy place with Cash Soroy and Mike Soroy.
It's not zany. It's like a morgue there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why is it a morgue?
We have a lot of corpses in the building.
Why do you have corpses in the
Because
building?
I work in a morgue.
Oh. Or you could see Despicable Me 3 times in one day. Despicable Me 3 times in one day, and then have to do a review of it on GamesCast.
Can we make it twice?
3 times.
Fine.
You'll watch it 3
Yes,
times.
I'll do it 3 times in one day.
Okay, 3 times in one day. You have to see Despicable Me 3, then talk about it on the GamesCast.
Okay.
Okay.
In.
That's it. We'll figure that out when that comes out.
When is that coming out?
I'm not sure. I don't really want to look it up either. All right, man. So, what are you looking forward to in the show? Who won E3 to you? You know who won? The gamer won. What'd you think? What were you excited for? What games
Well,
did you like?
first of all, who won E3?
Go to hell.
Who do you think did the best?
I think Nintendo's conference was probably the best. It had the most surprises. And I mean Mario Odyssey looks great. It was short. It was a very short conference. I thought Sony stuff was cool, but that's because I'm really into their games. I really like their games. So I mean, seeing more of their games was awesome, and I like what I saw for the most part.
Yeah. I think Nintendo's had the least amount of people saying like, "Oh, I'm disappointed" and shit.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's weird.
I think the reason is because Nintendo hit people with a lot of stuff that came completely out of the blue. Like there were a lot of things in Sony and Bethesda and Xbox.
You knew everything.
Right. Or people were hoping for something that did not happen.
Yes.
Nintendo had things that came out of nowhere like Kirby, and then things people were hoping for like Metroid Prime 4 that did happen.
Mm-hmm. No, totally. And even with Bethesda, I thought their presentation was amazing. I thought that was a great presentation.
Yeah, that was creative. It was cool.
But I think it was nothing new. You knew what was coming. You knew they were going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online, and you knew they were going to talk about Doom and all that, the VR stuff. Then you kind of knew that Wolfenstein and Evil Within were going to be their 2 games.
The age of the super internet has kind of taken the climax out of E3.
Yeah. And you kind of knew, they're going to talk about those 2 games.
I guess it's easier for Nintendo to keep stuff under wraps because they speak a different language and in a different country. They're much more strict on stuff. Yeah,
whereas Ubisoft, things leak so much. Mm-hmm. Like, you knew everything was, and they also revealed a lot of things beforehand, like, Far Cry and all that. And you knew Assassin's Creed was going to be there. And, you had Beyond Good and Evil 2 at the end, but that was about it, and that was their big surprise. And, I mean, with Microsoft, they just didn't have much as far as like anything that really blew me away. Nothing that really blew me away, and saying it was an exclusive to Xbox, and they didn't give you a reason to buy Scorpio. And so just Xbox's conferences never really appealed to me that much. It just never seems like they have anything really cool to show. And Sony, it was just a lot of what you knew they were going to show. No big surprises except for Shadow of the Colossus, and it was a lot of kind of things you knew. Yeah,
they weren't bad. They were just not...
Yeah, I mean, you had like 2 years of like humongous announcements, especially last year, which was just insane.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be hard to top that. So yeah. I mean, the games, I'm excited for Mario Odyssey, definitely. That's probably the top one. Wolfenstein, I'm really looking forward to. God of War, I'm looking forward to. I'd like to see more about Metroid Prime 4, Days Gone, Spider-Man, Way Out looks really cool. South Park looks awesome. Beyond Good and Evil 2, if that ever comes out, looks cool. Tacoma, I'm interested in, and that Cyberpunk game looks cool.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Origins, I'm excited to see what that's about. I'm excited to see if Evil Within 2 is any good. I'm excited to see if Anthem's any good. So yeah, I mean, there's things to look forward to. So that's probably what I'm...
For sure.
I'd say if I had to pick something, it would probably be Mario Odyssey. Like as far as like... It's weird to say game of the show because we're not going... we're not there and looking at these and getting hands-on impressions, so it's really hard to say game of the show.
It's just, it has a solid release date.
Yeah.
It's finished. It's they showed a lot of footage. It wasn't nebulous. And like...
It's not a logo. Right. Which I'm always hesitant to say, like, I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4 when it's just a logo.
Yeah.
Or even like Pokemon when it's just they said it.
Right.
Or even like Beyond Good and Evil 2 where it's just a trailer. It's kind of tough.
Mario Odyssey exists, and we've seen it.
Yeah.
And we've seen him jump into a human body.
Do you feel, though, it looked a little kind of empty in some places?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Everything I saw, I mean, that's kind of how Mario games are. When you're up on those platforms in the middle of the sky, I mean, all you can see around is just like background. This looked a little more filled in than normal.
Yeah, and I think it's supposed to be more like dense as far as like things you can kind of like, because I was watching some previews where like you could go into a sinkhole and then you're in this whole other area.
Yeah,
and you can jump off this part of the cliff and you're in a whole other area.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems pretty cool.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see that. I hear that they might have Donkey Kong in there in New Donk City.
Well,
bro.
did you see Pauline as the mayor of New Donk City? So
Pauline's
we'll see.
there. What are you excited for? I guess.
I mean, pretty much everything you said. I'm very intrigued by Beyond Good and Evil 2, if that ever comes out. Most of the Nintendo stuff, sans Xenoblade. No longer excited for Project Scorp.
Sorry, little buddy. I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by Anthem.
Yeah.
Super pumped for Sea of Thieves, but not Skull and Bone.
Yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed. Like, Skull and Bones made me want to go buy Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to play that now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I guess Uncharted Lost Legacy looks great too.
Yeah, for sure. Super pumped about Rabbids.
You are?
No.
Yeah.
Overall, it's Z3.
Yeah, it was Z3, and there's plenty of stuff going on online. That sounds really generic, but there's plenty of. You can watch a whole bunch of interviews with companies, and there's going to be news coming out all week and more footage and gameplay footage. And I mean, I would really recommend if there's a game that if you want to know more information about, go watch the countless interviews or coverage of, it's going to be going all on.
Go watch
all
Sam
week.
from Nintendo Treehouse.
Yeah, go watch that.
Give her a kiss for me.
Give her a little kiss. Give her a smooch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hurt my lips doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. All fuzzy now. So at this point of the night, oh my God, I got like 22 text messages. That's not
Are they
good.
all Twitter questions?
No, but we have Twitter questions though.
They're awful.
They are.
But we got to do them.
We do got to do them. Oh my God, we do have a lot of Twitter questions. Jeez. All right, so we're going to do some Twitter questions right now. And no, Austin, the E3 is not the Super Bowl of gaming.
Well, then what is it?
I don't know. Machine Sports asks, what if a bat flew into space? Now, like a baseball bat or a bat?
I think it means a bat, and that might be my favorite question of all time I've ever heard.
Yeah?
What if a bat flew into space? Well, Machine, that wouldn't be possible because to fly, the bat's wings need to alter the air pressure around it, and the higher it gets, the thinner the air pressure gets, and the less likely it will be able to keep itself afloat. So there's a maximum height for bats to fly. So,
what would happen to it though if it did? Would its little head blow up?
No, but it would freeze and die and boil and I don't know.
Did you ever watch the Magic School Bus?
Yeah, I did. It was one of my faves.
When they went up to Pluto and then what's his face took off his helmet like an idiot and then just froze.
Not Richie. What's the kid, the fat kid in the green shirt?
I don't think he was fat, but he had red hair and glasses. It wasn't
Arnold?
fat kid. Arnold, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold. He's such a wet blanket.
Oh,
that kid.
God.
He's terrible.
That's why they always went inside him for the body.
Yeah, I know. That was a great episode, too, the body. Did you ever have the Magic School Bus point-and-click games?
Yeah, I had a lot.
Yeah.
I also had a bunch of toys. I had a little model Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
I probably still have those games.
Yeah.
I remember if you put in the ocean game, and instead of hitting play on the old, desktop tower, there was another button, and if you hit it, it would just play the soundtrack, I found out. And so I'd sit there and listen to ocean sounds.
Nice. Now, Real Gustav asks, what if a bat flew into space to fly into the sun?
Well, same answer there. I don't think it would make it to the sun, so irrelevant.
Irrelevant question, sorry. Darian McBrayer says, Metroid Prime 4,
Okay, not a question.
He's excited, though. I should have had him on the podcast.
These are Twitter questions.
Should have had Darian on the podcast. Crispy Ham asks, most and least anticipated game for each console.
Do they have to be exclusives? Is that what he's saying?
No, we don't have to do that, but maybe for
Okay.
each console,
I guess Mario Odyssey on Switch.
Yeah.
Now you go.
Mario Odyssey on Switch, and probably least anticipated is the Fire Emblem or Xenoblade.
For
Sony.
For PlayStation, does DLC count? Because I'm gonna say the Horizon DLC.
Sure, you can say
Okay.
that. For me, that's your most anticipated?
Yeah, I think so.
For me, God of War still most anticipated,
Yeah.
and least anticipated is probably the VR stuff. I just don't own the VR right now. And
You know what my least anticipated is?
What?
On PS4.
Uncharted, because you
Yeah.
hate me. 'Cause You're a
Mhm.
big jerk.
Yeah.
Xbox, most anticipated for that is...
Sea of Thieves for me.
Yeah, I'll say Sea of Thieves. And I think the least is that stupid Fox game, that little cute little
Yeah.
platformer. Yeah.
I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Crash
probably it.
Bandicoot.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot's coming out pretty soon, man.
Oh, yeah.
Insane Trilogy. It's coming out. Third party, I'd say most anticipated is Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein. And least anticipated is probably one of those stupid racing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My most anticipated third party. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe the Skyrim VR. I don't know. It was all crap.
I want you to do me a favor right now while I ask this next question.
Okay.
Look up Nintendo E3 2006. Okay? So BK Harmony asks, what does it mean you don't remember Space Bat? Oh, he's responding to Machine's question. What do you mean you don't remember Space Bat? Do you remember Space Bat?
I don't know Space Bat.
I don't know Space Bat either. So, whoops, Danny Hernandez asks, was Nintendo 2006 E3 press conference the GOAT of E3 press conferences? Oh, I think that might have been the one where
Well, the
Twilight
internet's not
Princess
working.
was revealed.
Well, that was the Wii one.
that was the Wii.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that may have been the GOAT.
Was that the one where Twilight Princess was revealed?
Yes, that too.
Okay. I think maybe that might have been the best, maybe like conference. I think the best lineup was 2002, I want to say,
Okay.
when it was Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, and Metroid Prime.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that was
All
huge. I think
Mhm.
even Star Fox and Animal Crossing were revealed in too.
You know,
that
I'm
was
sad
a
we didn't get
huge
any
one.
Animal Crossing this year.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much. There's
Yeah.
so much stuff. I'm sure it's in
That'd
development.
make a great mobile game.
Yeah. I think there is going to be a mobile game.
Good.
Maybe. I think that might be the best Nintendo press conference is the Animal the 2002 one where it was Wind Waker and Sunshine and Prime and Animal Crossing and all that. It might have been the best. But yeah, that's a good one too. At Shaggy All-Star asks, what's E3?
Well, we covered that at the beginning of the
We did.
podcast, so moving on.
At Pop on Jer, our friend Pop on Jer,
Oh,
Jeremy
hey, Jer.
Moran asks, are you a bad enough dude to save the president?
I think I am.
Yeah? You
I
think
think if some old meanie tried to take down the president, I think I could stop him.
Okay.
Because I'm going to take down the president
Mm-hmm.
myself. And you can mark that down as a fact.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just, okay, hold on there. We're going to get the freaking government on us now. At Neil TCD, Neil Winter asks, best game of each of the three big threes conferences.
We just answered that, basically.
we kinda did.
Die.
How long before, Neil Winter asks, how long before we see the new Netflix on Switch?
I think it'll come around about the same time as the app and stuff. So early next year.
Oh, then he says not Netflix, Metroid. He meant to say Metroid.
Okay.
So
How do you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's just address Netflix.
Sure.
Anyway. I was bummed at first when they said that it's not going to be on there, but they made a really good point. They were like, "What device do you have that doesn't already get Netflix? Why do we need to waste valuable development time putting Netflix on here when we can just throw that on later?"
I agree. And I remember when Arrested Development came out a few years ago, I remember exactly, I was watching it on my big TV in the media room, and then I go into my room and watch it on the PS4, and then I watch on my computer for a little bit, and I just go to bed and watch on my phone. Like 4 different devices.
Yeah.
I was watching it on.
I think it needs to be on there eventually, but
Sure, yeah.
I understand them not prioritizing it.
Yeah, I agree. You can watch it, anything you can watch it on.
Okay, so now rephrase it with Metroid.
How long before we see the new Metroid on Switch?
I'm going to say 1 year.
I'm going to say 2 years.
I'm going to say like late fall of 18.
I'm going to say summer.
Spring of 19?
Spring of 19.
Okay, you can suck my dick, Trey.
No, I'm not going to do that,
Disagree
Austin.
with me.
Okay. Neil also asks, do you think companies should stick to showing flashy trailers in lieu of gameplay at conferences?
No.
I think gameplay trailers are good. I don't like it when they show, like Battlefront, they showed 30 minutes of footage nonstop for Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, but
that's not good.
Why can't we show both?
No, I said show both. I think it
okay,
should be a good mix of two.
Yeah.
I don't think it should just be a flashy trailer. I don't think it should just be pure gameplay. I think it should be both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe like a little demo, but like a trailer, then a little demo. I think they can complement each other really well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you had Mario's... All right, so at Generic Handle asks, if you had Mario's new powers, who would you possess first? So who would you possess if you had powers?
Olivia Wilde.
Ooh.
And I'd touch my boobs.
Just honk your boobs.
Yeah.
You would possess her?
Maybe God. If I could throw my hat up that high.
All right, not a person. No people.
Okay.
What would you possess?
I don't know.
You're supposed to say Olivia Wilde's like tampon or something.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going for that lowest of hanging fruit.
An anal bead.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm gonna say let's go a silverback gorilla in the rainforest. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or like a lion or some shit.
Like a top dog animal, you could just explore the
Ooh,
rainforest.
how about like a rich guy's pet dog?
Okay.
And just
Pup.
lap
Little
of
pup.
luxury all day.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. All right. I'll do maybe a building. See what that's like, or an airplane. Yeah.
Oh, you could be the building. I could be the airplane. Unrelated. There's a guy down in the parking garage who has a 9/11 themed license plate, and his plate thing is like 9E11 or something. He's really into 9/11.
Really into 9/11. You know that Blake Jones is a 9/11 truther. You know Blake Jones?
Yeah, he's a truther.
He's a truther, man.
Oh my God.
He's into a lot of the conspiracies.
Oh, he's always the one. I would always see pages left up on the computer in there when I was doing overnights for Rational Wiki, which is basically like pulling the wool off of people's eyes. And there was always pages open for like mind control devices. This was years ago.
Yeah.
There was always pages.
He was never a board op, though.
Well, someone was leaving open Rational Wiki pages in there of like how the media controls the population and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Maybe it was TC.
Might have been.
At Mr. Birmingham asks, what's up?
Just doing podcast. So.
Just doing the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
At Chris the Fields asks, hey, Trey and Austin, how would you rank this year's E3? How would you rank this year's E3 conferences, and what was the best show shown in each one? I mean, let's rank the conferences. If you want to do that, if you want to do whatever.
Fine. I'm going to go Nintendo, Sony, third party, Microsoft.
All the third parties in Microsoft? Or
I don't know.
By the way, you need to check out Devolver Digital's conference. I think they just did like this big troll conference.
Okay.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched a little bit of it. It is supposed to be insane.
Okay.
Like, it's just like, it looks like them. It looks like a public access TV show. It's just like them filming themselves, and just, it's like the anti-press conference. It's insane. So watch that. If you have time to watch that. Watch Devolver Digital. They did it at like midnight one night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. And they did like Hotline Miami, and they do a lot of like, indie games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say probably Nintendo, and then probably Sony, and then probably Bethesda, Ubisoft, Microsoft, and then EA.
Okay.
At Chris the Fields asks, hey Trey and Austin, if E3 is the Christmas of video games, who is the E3 baby Jesus?
Gabe Newell.
Probably no. Probably Reggie. Reggie Fils-Aimé is Jesus.
He's all cute and you can pinch his cheeks.
You could pinch his little cheeks.
What?
Reggie is Jesus of
Yeah.
E3, yeah. He's Jesus.
Why does he start every tweet with, "Hey, Trey and Austin"? Like,
because he's just doing a prank. He's doing a prank.
God,
I like it. He's doing a prank. He's doing a bit. He's doing a prank, bro.
You got me. I got fucking pranked.
Let him do his thing, okay? He is Chris the Fields. Hey, Trey and Austin, what was this year's dankest E3 meme? Now, this is a good question. What is the dankest meme of E3?
Something with spinners, I'm sure. I don't know.
You know, what's your favorite E3 meme so far?
I only saw a couple. I like the frog one. I like the Mario Odyssey frog one.
There's also one that's like showing like the amount of money I had in my wallet for games before E3, and then the amount of money I had in my wallet after E3, and it was the same amount of money. Yeah, that was a good meme. I think the meme of Miyamoto with the little hand cannon next to the Ubisoft guy is funny. There's a lot of memes.
Memes are great.
We need to have Super Memes Cast 64
we really
with
do.
Special guest Chris the Fields.
Discuss the weekly memes.
The weekly memes. At Chris the Fields asks, Hey
Trey and Austin.
Hey, Trey and Austin. What should people look for in a good E3 press conference?
Not being awkward and some surprises along with stuff you were expecting.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think Sony did it pretty well, where there wasn't not a lot of business speak. Yeah. There's not a lot of awkward moments. There's no cars being shown.
Yeah.
There's not like overextended gameplay. There's no like just logos. It's a good mix of, hey, here's stuff that you're expecting. Here's a release date. And here's some stuff you weren't expecting, and some surprises and trailers, and so I think it definitely needs to be a mix, a mix of different things, and then you put in, it's fine when you put in the sports games or your Call of Duties because those have to be there, but you don't spend that much time on them. You say, hey, this is it, it's coming out here. I thought Sony did a good job of that. I think the problem with Sony was that they didn't have enough surprises.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just having stuff that's going to come out this year, going to have stuff that's going to come out later, then have some stuff that's just like a big surprise.
Yeah.
So it has to be a good mix.
Sports ball.
Ball. Chris the Fields asks,
Hey, Trey
and Austin. Why are people still getting too excited about CG trailers with no gameplay? I don't know.
Are they? I think that people are now like getting upset at that. I don't think people are like cool with it.
No, but I think people are really were hyped about the Beyond Good and Evil trailer. I think people were hyped about the Metroid thing.
Yeah,
I think people like to know something exists, but I think after a while you need to start seeing gameplay. No, I don't like the CG trailer. Anymore really. I think it's I don't like it, and like the Evil Within 2 trailer, like that was all. It was a really cool trailer, but there was really not much gameplay seen in it.
Yeah.
And, I want to know how the game plays. I don't want to just see a trailer. I want to know how I'm going to play that game. Because you can make a great trailer.
Yeah.
But I want to know what I'm doing in this game. How does this game play? There's a lot of, like, VR stuff. And it's really hard to show VR.
Yeah.
But there are so many VR games, trailers that just were like, okay, well, that's great. How does this work in VR? What am I doing in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good question, Chris. He has a lot of good questions.
Are we done with questions?
One more question.
Okay.
From at Chris the Fields.
Okay.
Hey, Tret and Ostia. If each E3 conference was a cute anime girl, who would rank best and worst waifu?
What? So we're just ranking anime girls then?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
If they're good, if they were
QTs.
Yeah, cuties.
All right,
they're waifu
go,
anime girls.
Bulma, Mikasa, the redheaded girl from One Piece, Misty, and that's about all the anime I know.
Okay.
Oh, and Yamada.
Okay, cool. I don't know a lot of anime. I don't know a lot of animes. Man, so it's about an hour and 51 minutes. We can go about 9 minutes more and do 2 hours.
I gotta catch a train.
You gotta catch a train?
I didn't drive here. I took the train like a city boy.
The hell, man?
Yeah. Train's at 10:05.
Sheesh. Shush. Anyway. So, Austin, any closing words on E3 20?
No, thought it was a good, solid year. I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, I'm excited for next year,
what
too.
the year ahead has waiting.
I don't know if I want to go anymore. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to go one time, but it just seems like a big cluster. I saw, like, it looked... They said that there was really, because, public can go now, and there was really no accommodations for the public.
Mm-hmm.
It was sort of just the same thing, but now you had a lot more people coming in, and I guess there wasn't a lot of room. So it just seems like a clusterfuck. I saw some of the lines and stuff. It looks like it's a fun place to be, but if we ever went, we'd have to plan it out far ahead of advance.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So, I mean, there's going to be more information this week. We'll probably have a wrap-up next week.
Yeah.
And then I want to have Dan McDowell on very soon
to
talk video games and stuff. Because he had like a segment on Bad Radio where he was talking about this survey that came out. And it didn't seem like any of the people on the show were that interested in what Dan had to say. But I am interested in what Dan McDowell has to say.
Okay.
And so I want to get him on the podcast here. And I want to talk to him about, like, his interest in video games.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Like how he sees it, and I want to talk about that survey, and maybe like him as a father of kids that play games, like how he kind of sees things. So yeah, I want to talk to Dan. It'll be fun, and we need to talk to Mike still if he ever wants to come on.
Yeah, he does. I'm sure he does.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it in my heart.
Oh. All right. Yeah, this has been Super GamesCast 64. This is a show where we do video game discussions.
That's
and all that
right.
fun stuff.
Hey!
We're the Blowout Network sometimes, and we're also on Super GamesCast 64. If you just look it up on the
internet, just
on the internet,
go find it. Go to Yahoo and look it up.
Go look it up. We also do Super Filmscast 64 with my friend Adam, not Austin's friend. Austin's leaving because he hates Adam. Why do you hate Adam so much? You're like best friends. You two were the best of friends.
Not anymore.
Why not anymore? What did he do to you?
He betrayed me.
Are we going to have a song to close this out? Well, not yet.
We recorded enough song.
I don't think we even did the song. I don't think we have that recorded.
No, I heard it earlier. You played it back.
I think I deleted that.
Shit. No, we don't need a song.
So, where can we find you on Twitter, Austin?
At Helen Smeller and at Sports Storm.
Okay, you can find me at CrayTreyVids on Twitter. You can also go to TreyTMitchell.com, look at all my videos and other stupid things I do. Hopefully one day I can get a job where I can do all that cool stuff.
Cool.
But no, I'm not. I have to do overnights, and
That's okay.
That's fun at the ticket. I love the ticket. But you know what? It's the good things. And so, yeah, it was the podcast, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you listen to more podcasts. And if you have any questions about E3, give me a little message.
Yeah.
And we'll talk on the telephone.
And look for Hondo's new podcast coming soon called Wheels Off.
Wheels Off Podcast. Look for that all on the internet. Thank you for listening. And no song? Okay, goodbye.
It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. And you will know when you get there. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's a road that you go when you die. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's got Princess Peach, Mario, and the Toad. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. We'll go. It's Rainbow Road. It's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I'll miss you again, Uncle. It's Rainbow Road. It's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I'll miss you again on Rainbow Road. It's called a road. It's called a Rainbow Road. It is a road that you go.